Urgent message regarding a potential crisis. Please pay attention to this message. According to the latest information from ACG Investigation Group, a mobile game named has just announced a new gacha system to instead the old one in their anniversary live. This has sparked widespread opposition and criticism. This event could possibly causing a global turmoil and riot, causing unpredictable destruction. After the new gacha system announced, social media platforms are filled with strong criticism about the new gacha system and the company that owns the game. Some comments even advocated for violence against the company. According to the latest information on internet, people around the world are planning to protest against the new gacha system. Given the serious nature of the incident, the protests are highly likely to turn violent. A massive riot could possibly occur in Billyburg. In the worst-case scenario, this riot could causing huge casualties or even civil war, impacting the development and survival of Billyburg. It is strongly recommended that all law enforcement agencies prepare for the worst-case scenario. The government and Billyburg FBI are working to find a solution. This message concludes here. We will provide updates as new information becomes available.
At now, the protesters are gathered at the Korean embassy in Billyburg. Protesters are shouting, "No new gacha system." Outside Billyburg, there are having protests against the new gacha system in many countries around the world, especially in US, South Korea, and Japan. Protest has been spread to global.
We sincerely apologize for the interruption of our regular programming. Please wait for an important broadcast from Billyburg government.
This is an island-wide emergency issued by Presidential Office. An hour ago, violence conflicts are happening across the whole main island of Billyburg, especially the downtown area. Until now, there have been several incidents involving casualties. Given that the current situation could worsen at any time and is subject to significant uncertainty, the President of Billyburg and Billyburg Parliament have enacted a state of emergency. Applies to all territories of Billyburg. Billyburg Police, National Guard, and National Emergency Enforcement Team have been deployed to all protest sites. Citizens are urged to stay indoors and avoid unnecessary outings. Prepare food and water supply for at least 7 days. Prepare alternative power sources. Prepare any necessary stuff, including medical supplies, lighting, and important documents. Stay away from any protest site. At this time, there is currently no definite time frame for lifting the state of emergency. Billyburg government will do everything possible to resolve this event. Thank you for your cooperation.
본사 앞 시위가 격화되고 있습니다. 이 사진은 저희 기자가 오후 6시에 촬영한 것입니다. 시위대와 경찰이 충돌했습니다. 다른 나라에서도 시위 가격화되고 있습니다. 일본 아크힐스 사우스타워 앞 시위 가격화되고 있습니다. 미국에서는 시위대가 레드우드 시티에 있는 본사를 에워쌌습니다. 정부에 따르면 신임 CEO인 는 이 의전 CDO입니다. 는 게임 내 유료 콘텐츠, 불공정한 가챠 시스템 등으로 악명 높은 회사입니다. 많은 사람들이 가챠 시스템 변경의 책임을 룬드에게 돌리고 있습니다.
잠깐만요. 성남에서 방금 들어온 최신 소식입니다. 시위대가 본사로 진입하고 있습니다. 지금 성남 현장 생중계로 전환하겠습니다.
대한민국 정부가 국가 비상사태를 선포했습니다. 이 메시지에 주의를 기울여 주시기 바랍니다. 현재 전국 각지, 특히 주요 도시를 중심으로 시위가 확산되고 있습니다. 서울과 성남을 비롯한 대부분의 주요 도시에서 시위가 통제불능 상태로 치닫고 있습니다. 이러한 상황을 고려하여 대한민국 정부는 전국의 비상사태를 선포했습니다. 국민 여러분께서는 실내에 머무르며 안전을 확보해 주시기 바랍니다. 필요한 비상 물품을 충분히 준비해 주십시오. 언제든 폭력 사태가 발생할 수 있는 시위 현장에는 접근하지 마십시오. 경찰은 사태 수습을 위한 작전을 펼칠 예정입니다. 신뢰할 수 있는 뉴스 매체와 정부 웹사이트 등 공식 정보원을 통해 최신 소식을 확인해 주시기 바랍니다. 협조해 주셔서 감사합니다.
緊急事態宣言です。最近、全国各地、特に関東地方と関西地方で複数の抗議活動が発生しています。東京都では、港区と千代田区での抗議活動が制御不能な状態に陥り、渋谷区と新宿でも抗議活動が激化しています。また、熊本県で地震が発生し、多数の負傷者と経済的損失が発生しました。こうした状況を受け、内閣総理大臣は国内情勢に対応するため、全国的な緊急事態宣言を発令しました。国民の皆様は安全確保のため、以下の措置を講じてください。自宅にとどまり、不要不急の外出は控えてください。地震の被災地では、不安定な建物や構造物から離れてください。食料、水、医薬品、重要書類などの備蓄を準備してください。抗議活動現場には近づかないでください。当局からの最新情報にご注意ください。以上でお知らせいたします。ご清聴とご協力に感謝いたします。
This is it. We couldn't find a normal solution to solve this. Although we can order the law enforcement to quell all the protests by force, this cannot solve the problem at its root. Although the official has released the details of the new gotcha system, it couldn't calm the protests. It's too late. I think this is the only way now. Now, I declare Operation SRT to begin. Alpha Force, this will be your very important mission. Objectives: arrest. Everyone will be sent to HQ in Songnam, South Korea. When you arrived there, confirm or death. If he's still alive, arrest him and escort him back to Billyburg. If he has passed away, confirm his death. Details and plan will be provided later. Wish you success in your mission. Good luck.